Hi, I'm so excited today to talk to you about some of the promos that we have going on. Uh, if you have heard anything about Manuka and Litsea, which I have no idea if I'm saying it right, I want to at least tell you what I've learned about these two oils that are available this month with a 200 PV purchase. It's the only way you can get them. So if you want them after I've taught you, you're going to want them. Let me just say, I've heard a few things. If anyone's an astrologer, the universe is totally set up for you to succeed, especially now at this time where we're clearing out the old and we're bringing in the new. That's kind of the purpose of these two oils. And I'm going to tell you a little bit. What I'm most excited about is what they do for us energetically, but I'll be talking about both just very briefly. The first oil I had an experience with long before doTERRA. I actually had a boil on my leg that was so painful. It was so infected and inflamed that it was hard to walk. It went all the way from my knee up to my hip in pain. And for some reason, I wanted to try something natural. I don't really know why. I wasn't against going to the doctor. But in this case, I decided to see if there was anything online, any natural thing that I could do. And I typed in Manuka honey. And I learned that Manuka honey comes from the trees that you get that feed off of the Melaleuca trees in Australia, and they have very powerful healing properties, and and can be used topically for their antibacterial, antiviral benefits. So I thought, wow, that's exactly what I'm looking for. So I bought this honey. Everyone thought I was ridiculous, but I put it on my leg, and what do you know? it it gave me relief, and I kept putting it on, and I noticed that it continued to give me relief, and eventually the boil went away. I never used anything but that, and it was incredible. So that is something Manuka is really good for. It is really good for clearing the skin. So if you have any skin blemishes, it's really good. It has very powerful healing energy, healing properties, both energetically and physically, and it helps you really. So it's a great healing agent. Let's just put it that way. Let me talk about, so that's physically is working as a healing agent. It's the oil, energetically, it's the oil of being upheld. So what does that mean? This is an oil that can instill courage in you. It can instill inner strength. It's a powerful, what's the word? Here's what I read about it. It carries a unique energy signature that raises the vibration of those who are blessed to come into contact with it. So it's a way to help you kind of buoy your spirit and feel like you are supported by the divine, that you know the universe has your back, or the God of your understanding has your back, that you are known by the divine, you are loved by the divine, and that it invites your heart to open the gifts and blessings bestowed daily in abundance. So it helps you kind of look for those blessings that you get every single day. It binds up wounds, like I talked about my wound. It soothes troubled hearts and nurtures souls back into a state of centeredness. Doesn't that sound awesome? Like Manuka, you gotta love it. It offers energetic safety. So it's an opportunity for you to use this oil to surrender and to kind of give your burdens over to the divine, and know that you are being upheld every day, that you can, the abundance of this earth is available to you, and that you can access it. There's always enough to take care of you. And it reminds you, even when you grieve, divine love will return beauty for ashes. Who doesn't want that? Like, looking at that going, I want to feel upheld. I want to know that I'm connected to this vast universe, and that God's got my back, and I can turn to him with every need that I have, and surrender my burdens over. Manuka kind of instills in me the courage to be able to do that. Now, if you didn't like that, listen to what Litsea does, or Litsea. I don't know how you say it. Forgive me for if I botch the way you pronounce it. I actually read this really good advice, like 20 things that millionaires do to be successful. And one of the things is that they write, one of the suggestions is to write down 10 ideas a day. And the point is that there are periods throughout our day where intermittently we receive small bursts of inspiration, where we get like the divine download, and if we don't listen for it, we could miss it. So Litsea is helping you to get that divine download and recognize it as inspiration, and then, combine that with Manuka, have the courage to follow through on that inspiration. So one thought is to use this as a way to manifest for yourself. It's the oil of manifestation. It's a powerful mobilizer of will. It helps you follow through on the inspiration you receive. So not only do you get the good idea, but you actually act on it. That's really where the nugget is. It's not the idea itself. If you don't act on it, it gives you no value. It helps your mind stay open to your higher self, to a higher level of connectedness. Who doesn't want that? Like, I've been searching for this. Like, help me just be clear on what I'm supposed to do every day. I don't want to botch this life, right? I don't want to live with regrets. I want to be able to live according to my truth and what I'm inspired to do. And one thing that I've noticed for myself is that I may get inspiration and then I'll second guess it. And or I'll judge it or criticize it or say, oh no, couldn't possibly do that big idea. And that actually stifles the light that we receive. So Litsea helps you to trust in that wisdom, and again, encourages you to follow on that inspiration and just take that little nudge that you have. It instills courage to face the fear that comes immediately after inspiration. I guess I just said that. It invites individuals to recognize what clouds and distracts their internal clarity and to make the required changes to live in greater alignment. Once again, I've got to get this oil. Like, this is the bomb for helping me know that I'm living my life in accordance with, or in harmony with who I really am, with my true self, my divine self, and that I can have the courage even to do things that may feel scary. I think it also helps me to put aside the excuses. No more excuses, right? This gives me the courage to act on things, little inspirations that can really make a huge difference in my life. And I'm talking about me, but really this is you too. We can have this oil of manifestation. And right now there are lots of things happening. If you're an astrologist, you know that Mars is in retrograde and Mercury is, and I'm not a big astrologist, but I understand that, the way the moon is waxing or waning and those kinds of things can make a difference also in the way we feel energetically. So this is going to help us to clear out the self-doubt, clear out the criticism, the stifled fear of rejection or of being held, of the obstacles that hold us back, and relying on other sources to confirm what we can confirm ourselves. This is so for me. This oil is so for me. These are the positive properties of this one. Inspired, intuitive, aligned, receptive, manifesting, trust of your inner voice, clarity, and open to possibilities. Is that amazing? I just love it. From a strictly physiological standpoint, let's just talk about how it can also support Manuka. It blends really well with lavender for balance. It's a fabulous antioxidant. It's really great spot treatment for any blemishes you may encounter on your skin. So that's it. Litsea and Manuka, those are the two oils. If you order by the 15th, and it's a 200 PV order on LRP, you also get the product of the month this month, which is also recorded on our comments. I love it. Who's in? Who's going to enjoy these valuable oils? I hope you will. I'm going to, and hope it will bless your life too. Thanks for joining me.